Well, the snow's starting to bust up enough now. He's almost starting to go places. I mean, obviously the highways are open, but I mean, get up into the mountains and the logging roads, get around a bit instead of being confined to the lower elevations here in the valley bottoms. But it was greening up fast. It was a week ago I was right here, and there was nothing green down there, and now it's almost thickened right up. But anyway, getting right to this one. So I've had this audio emailed to me a handful of times, and first time it came in, there was no name of the email. It just said anonymous. You have to hear this. I listened to it. I'm like, oh wow, holy cow. And then I sent again and again, and it's starting to make its route around the internet, I guess. But so anyway, here it is. Listen to this audio volley. I know nothing about it. I don't know who the men are. I don't know what state it's in. Haven't a clue. Nobody's informed me of any details. All I've had is this audio sent to me. So here I am sharing with you guys. If any of you know any of the true intimate details of this interview, I don't know, throw it down in the comment section below. I'm sure somebody's going to find this interesting, right?
Oh yeah, we're using spotlights off the roof of the pickup. We're using 500 watt halogen bulbs. It would light up anything from within a half a mile. You can see where you're standing, so your ground's good. The thing about it is, after you hunted as much as we did, you could tell by looking at a set of eyes what they were. Mm-hmm. If they were a cow, they were wide apart and they were red. If they were a cow, they were mirror and they were more blue-red. I mean, it just, after a period of time, Art, you knew what, you were looking at scope and you knew what was there. It was just that way. I mean, but anyway, we come around this bend and come up over this rise, and there was a wheat field out in front of us, and just before we crossed this creek, and it was a valley down there, and it's probably, I'd say it's has wheat land right there, and it's probably a quarter mile or so wide from that road to the creek, and it's probably about a mile long. It runs alongside that creek, and it's flat and has fit. And we come around this bend and up and over a little hill and dropped into this valley. Well, just as we dropped into this valley, our lights picked up a set of eyes. I hit the brakes, and I was driving, and our dog, he come out on the side. He had a 300 Weatherby Magnum, and he come across the top. I said, what do you got? And he said, I don't know. That ain't something I ever seen before. Well, he just sat there. The reddest eyes I've ever seen in my life. Really? Under those lights. It was something we knew it wasn't a deer because the eyes, and I could see wherever it was crouching. Bird dog, he got out and leaned over the hood of the pickup where you could get him a good shot. And Jim, he come up over the top of the cab, and I don't even remember what kind of, I think he was using a 270, I don't remember for sure. But he lined up over the cab, and I was sitting there, and we just had movie spotlights on this barn up there. And I said, I don't know what it is, and they don't either. And I said, well, it sure isn't nothing we know about it, let's take it. And all three of us fired at the same time. And all of a sudden this thing got up, and it must have been 7, 8 foot tall at least, I don't know. Scared the heck out of us, started running. And well, we all loaded, and we fired again. We knocked it down again. And then it run, I guess, it was probably maybe 150 yards from the point we fired the first time till it hit the fence and went into that creek. And we knocked it down. It's probably 25, 30 yards from the fence. And just as it was crossing the creek, we hit it again. Was it running on 4 legs? Or it was running on 2 legs, just like a human being. I mean, it was... Right, so it was running on 2 legs. It's something you've never seen before, but you 3 guys cut down on it. Well, we'd done shot, and we did not know what it was. It was a hunt story. It really wasn't using its front legs, I mean, its arms, as much as it was standing up straight. We still thought it was, what was at first, to be honest with you, with a bear. Yeah. And that's why we fired. You guys are all non-vets, right? Right. And so you've had night combat, I'm sure. Right. Okay, so you have something getting up on two legs and running away, and you still cut down on it. Okay, I have the picture. Go ahead, please. Okay. Well, like I said, I originally thought it was a bear. Mm-hmm. I had no idea. We had done fired on it at the point in time that it was sitting out there. And once we fired, I don't know, I guess we just got a little bit gun-ho and kept shooting. But anyway, the second time we shot it, it went over the fence. Well, we went and looked, and at this point in time, we were all getting scared because we thought, well, maybe this wasn't an animal. So, like I say, it was probably 3, 4, 5 in the morning, so we decided to drive around a while, about 5:36. We went back over there, and we drove up there, and we went down, and we seen blood. So, we seen some tracks, looked like a human foot, and to be honest with you, I thought, now, we done shot a human. Mm-hmm. Now, I'm getting scared. So we go on up and start following these tracks, and the creek runs on from this point probably 50, 75 yards east, and then it turns back south some. Well, these tracks are going down the creek, and they come out, and they went straight on east from where the creek turned back south. About another 25, 30 yards, there was a plum thicket. And we were walking there, and we heard something in that plum thicket. I mean, it was a growl-type sound. So, I got elected. I had a .44 Magnum pistol. I climbed into the plum thickets, and I got in, probably 20 feet at the most. This thing come up at me. I mean, it couldn't have been over, I'd say 6 or 7 feet from me. I didn't even see it until it was there. And it raised up. I'm basically on my R4s in a crawl position, and I just brought my .44 up, and I started popping shells. And the first one I hit, the first one hit it, I just aimed right at the chest, that brownish red hair. It had hair on the face, completely covering the face. Its whole body was covered with hair. At that point, I just fired. It dropped down, started back up, I fired again. And it then kind of rocked and went backwards, and it come back up, and I fired again. I hit it 3 times with a 225 grain, .44 Magnum hollow point, to probably 6 to 8 feet. And it was down. Well, the other guys were standing guard up on top watching, and they couldn't see nothing. They heard me firing, and they yelled if I was all right, and I said, yeah, I got it. Well, they came crawling in there and where I was at, and they seen it, so we decided we'd drag it out. And we got to looking, and all the thing had was 3 holes. And this was a female. You could tell it had breasts similar to a woman. It had a sexual organ similar to a woman. Facial features were different than a human being. Like I say, it was covered completely in hair. So we went back in and we found the male probably, I'd say, 8, 10 foot behind where she was at. He was dead. So we drug him out. We laid him out side by side. The male was probably 6 to 8 inches taller than a female. Estimating the male to probably be 8 foot plus, female 7 plus. So we looked at him. We got scared because, like I said, the male, he had sexual organs like a human. We looked at their teeth. They were not human type teeth. I can't say that they were an ape, I can't say that they were human. They looked, they had the features of a human overall, but the details were not.